My motivators family. Yes, I'm trying my best to come back, trying to get back on track with everything. But I wanted to do this pop up live podcast and speak with you all for a little bit. And today's topic is you don't have to explain nothing, you don't have to explain anything. Remember, you are a grown woman or you are a grown man. And anybody who cares about you will respect that. See, the thing about this life is putting your boundaries out there. And people who really, truly care about you will respect your boundaries. When you say, whatever it is, you're tired, you don't want to do something, you can't afford it, people who care about you will understand. The people who don't care about you get upset because of boundaries, because they cannot have your power, because they can't have your time, because they can't have your money, because they can't have control. See, the thing about the majority of people is they don't like that they can't control you. There's a lot of people and they have a lot of issues mentally because they're a jealous person, because they're controlling, or they want to dominate you and tell you what to do. And it's just not a good and healthy relationship if you cannot tell somebody no. Telling people no is healthy in a relationship. No, because I'm tired. No, because I'm not available. I'm working, or whatever the case may be. But the thing about it is we have to stop explaining why we can't do whatever it is. Hey, realist, how are you doing? Welcome. Happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you and all the Motivators family. You don't have to explain nothing. And when I say nothing, I mean nothing. I'm only speaking about healthy relationships with your friends, your family, significant other. I'm talking about dealing with mature people. The majority of relationships out there are toxic. Because if you feel you have to justify how you feel, you always have to explain what you're doing, where you're going, who you're with, why can't you afford things, why you're not doing things like this person or that person. I'll tell you one thing, because you're not them. You're yourself. And people who have that kind of thought process to think that you have to explain why it is because most of the time we've enabled them. I know we don't like to receive it and accept that, but I can say that for myself. I know that I have enabled people in wrong behaviors. I have not cut off things that I know I've been needed to cut that off. I've been needed to stop dealing with this person or that person. And especially when it comes to relatives, we have to be so careful about what we put out there, because not everybody is showing up with a positive energy. Not everybody is showing up because they support you. Sometimes people are showing up because they just want to know your business, or they just want to get some information from you so that they could go and steal it and try to do the same thing. You really don't know the motives behind why people act the way they act. But I'll tell you one thing, you will find out really quickly who are your true people and who aren't. Yes, realists. I think we're all guilty of the similar things. Oh, I don't know what happened, guys. It muted. I'm sorry about that. I was talking some good stuff too. Yes, realists, we're all guilty of doing things. We're all guilty of hurting people. But the thing about it is when you're a mature person, you can take ownership and accountability for what you do. That's the thing that I wanted to come on and to say this. It's not that you can have relationships with other folks because there's many different types of relationships. There's romantic, there's platonic, there's work, professional relationships, there's spiritual relationships. You know, some people, they come in for various reasons, but I mean the good and the healthy and the mature relationships. I've already said in my life, I'm done. When I say I'm done, my cup is filled. I cannot deal with people who are immature anymore. I cannot deal with people who want to control or to be jealous, or you feel that you have to explain every little, like step by step, blow by blow, why you're doing what you're doing. You don't have to explain nothing to nobody. You don't have to justify who you are and what you do and why you do that and why can't you do this and why can't you do that? Because this is what I'm going to do, because this is my purpose, because this is my life. Hey, Jackie, how are you doing? Welcome. Happy Thursday. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to my amazing mods. And if you have not hit the like already, please hit the like. I'd really appreciate it. I wanted to say this to every single one of you. We have to work constantly on rediscovering ourselves, rediscovering our purpose. And that changes all the time. You should be elevating and growing as a woman or as a man. And if you're not, you need to ask yourself, why not? See, this is about accountability. Okay? This is about accountability and maturity. And if you have people in your life and they do not care about your feelings, they don't care about how they are mentally disturbing you, they don't care about how you are feeling spiritually, they don't care about how they impact you financially or how it could be an inconvenience to do whatever it is, and they really don't care. All they want is what they want. They don't care about how it makes you feel because it's all about them. I am so over, okay? I'm so over the controlling, manipulative, the drama, the jealousy, the ones that have insecurities and you feel that you have to explain and justify who you are, what you're dealing with. If you have mature people in your life, they will understand. I wanted to say this. If you have mature people in your life, they will understand why you can't show up for things, why you can't, just don't want to do things sometimes. And I had to get myself out of relationships from people who can't understand that today I just want to be by myself. Today I don't want to talk to anybody. Today I'm just doing me, or today I'm just focusing on my relationship with my creator. When you have a mature person, they'll just say, okay, I'll talk to you later. I'll talk to you at another time. But it's the ones that you tell them no, or I'm tired. Why? How come? You did it yesterday. You did it last time. I can't. I don't know about you all, but I'm at the age, the maturity where controlling, manipulation, disrespecting your boundaries, or only coming around you when they want something. I can't deal with that anymore. I don't know about you all motivators, but I'm speaking from where I am vibrating at this moment in time. I care for people. I love people. I'm kind. And I feel like I'm very considerate of others, but we have to learn to draw a line between the ones that we love and the ones that love us back. See, how often do we love people, but they are not loving you back? They're just giving you the lip service. They're just telling you what you want to hear so that they can control you or be in your life or get some fringe benefits. See, I'm over the people who just are around for the fringe benefits, whatever it is, whether it be of a sexual nature or whether it be financial, whether it be getting into getting into your intellectual abilities or using you from your talents and your gifts because they wish that they could do what you do or whatever it could be. Some people just hang on to you because you're a bright light. Some people hang on to you because you're a positive person or because you're growing and you're elevating and they know that you're going to go somewhere. That's the sad part is that every single person can elevate to a higher plane in their life. Every single person can. But it's up to us to believe in ourselves. It's up to you to believe you can do great things. It's up to you to make a decision that I don't have to settle. So I wanted to say that to all of you. Let's stop settling. And let's not wait until the new year because I know a lot of people do that. They wait, every year. I hear it all the time. It's a new year, new me, new start, right? That's what people do. So let's not wait for a new year to make changes in our life, to become respected. Do we know the people who aren't pouring into us? We know the people who don't care for us or do not try to understand. They're not compassionate. Let's leave those people alone. And while we never want people to be harmed or for people to go through things, but you don't have to take on charity cases. You don't have to hold on to people because it's comfortable or because a person is your relative or because you've been with somebody for a long time. If somebody is stopping you from your personal growth, you need to cut ties and leave them alone. You don't have to explain yourself. That's what I wanted to come on in to say that because it was on my head and it was on my heart very heavily. Let's stop allowing our friends, family, spouse, significant other, whoever in our life, even on social media, let's stop allowing other people to drain us, to take from us, to use us, to manipulate us because of where they are. Just because somebody thinks something and it can be different from you, it doesn't mean that it doesn't mean you have to deal with them. It means that sometimes you grow out of relationships. Sometimes you never were meant to deal with certain individuals, but because of whatever reason, self-esteem issues, maybe trying to please other people or whatever the case may be. We stay in relationships with people longer than we should, but ultimately it starts with us. Until we learn to respect ourselves, until we learn what we want and what we deserve, we're going to keep putting up with things that we don't deserve. See, I wanted to say this, and I hope you all are listening and listening very good. You don't have to take the crumbs. You don't have to be a doormat. You don't have to explain why it is that you are doing what you are doing. You have to know yourself. You have to know what you're worth. And so often we don't allow ourselves to believe that because we're hanging on to people who are stopping us and blocking us from our potential, from our blessings, from our gifts, from our elevation, from just feeling good about ourselves, from having a certain thing financially, from staying in our purpose and our gift and living our life with passion and joy. You have to be very careful of who you allow yourself to be surrounded by, whether it be on social media or what you watch, what you listen to, who you hang around, because that will ultimately turn you into being the person that you are. And being around certain individuals, this is a very serious thing. You have to be very careful who you choose to be friends with. You have to be very careful with who you are in a relationship with, because they can compromise your salvation. They can compromise your ability to be able to step into your worth. And I can tell you, as being somebody who stayed in a relationship way longer than I should have, because I was just trying to be a good person. See, being a good person and a kind person, it doesn't win you any awards. It disrupts your mental health. It stops you from your promises and your blessings and your gifts and your hopes and your dreams, because you're trying to satisfy and make somebody else happy. You can't make somebody else happy. You have to make yourself happy. You have to step into your gifts. You have to have confidence. And it takes a lot of courage to do that every single day. And I know that it's frustrating, it's exhausting, because dealing with certain individuals that are controlling and jealous or immature, they're not in a space that you aren't there. They're not willing to elevate and escalate to where you want to be. And you don't have to explain that to anybody, why it is that you choose to not be around them or listen to them. You know, I always say, I wish people well, but it's not going to be with me. That's for sure. Because I'm in a space in my life where I respect other people. But one thing that I no longer am going to do, as I've elevated and matured and become accountable, I'm going to take ownership of the things that I do. I'm going to use my life in a way that I deserve to be. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be joyous. I deserve to be loved. I deserve to be respected and listened to and my opinions validated. I deserve that. And so do you all. So if you have people in your life and they are compromising any of those things, you got to have enough courage to leave them alone. And I know it's hard to cut ties with people, because you can really love people, but it's another thing when people aren't loving you back and they're treating you like trash. They put you on the shelf. They never validate you. Everything is all about them and what they want. But when you need help and support and love and kindness and consideration, they are not available. They're emotionally unavailable, and they want to put you on a shelf until they're ready. Okay, now I have time now. No, I don't want your time anymore. Okay? Don't let people put you on a shelf. Don't let people bench you. Life is too short to let people take advantage of you. You have too much talents. You have too much gifts. You have too much to do in this life for you to be shelved or you to be feel that you're not loved. Every day of your life, you need to experience love and not wait for people to love you. If people cannot love you the way you need and deserve, leave them alone. Okay? So that's the message I wanted to say on today. I wanted to speak on hopes and courage and having the strength to leave people alone that don't love you. And I'm not talking about the people who say they love you. I'm talking about the people who prove it. Are they proving their love for you? See, love is an action word. I don't care about the lip service, and either should you. It's nice to hear that you're loved, but what does that love cause them to do? Does a love cause them to show up for you, to listen to you, to be there for you, spend quality time with you? Or is it all about them? Is it a relationship of convenience? See, we need to leave those relationships of convenience alone. Leave them alone and give them the room that they need and the space to grow. Because if somebody can't talk to you, if somebody can't support you, understand you, and pour back into you, if you're the only one pouring and it's one sided, that's just not going to work. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I truly appreciate your support. And I'm going to try my best to be on live tomorrow and Saturday and Sunday. I'm trying to come back little by little. And I want you all to know I truly appreciate your support. Thank you for hanging in with me. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to be talking about some of the things that I endured and some things that my family endured. And it's a lot. But I didn't want to, mix that in with this message today. I wanted to stay on a positive note and a positive plane. And I want you all to know that at any time, you can mindset shift. At any time, you can elevate. At any time, you can believe in yourself. But it's what you choose to believe you can do. And I'm saying this from experience. Sometimes we don't feel we can do things alone. Sometimes we don't feel I'm not strong enough. I can't do this, or I've been in this position for such a long time. See, we have to get uncomfortable. We have to step outside of our box. We have to leave people alone and do what we need to do. And you got to have enough courage. You have to face your fears. And when you feel you can't do things alone, that's when you lean on your support system, whoever that may be, your spiritual support, your accountability partners, your counselors, the people who really love you and will not only tell you what you need to hear, but they'll show and prove that they actually do love you back. So I hope you have those people in your life. And if you don't, please have the courage to go and seek them, search for them, because you deserve the best. You deserve the best. Thank you so much. I am Marlene of Marlene Motivates, your channel for motivation, inspiration, and positivity. I'm working on this channel. We're going to be doing a lot of changes coming up really soon in the next couple of months, but tune in for the ride. And I want to say this to anybody who tuned into this message. I hope this was something to inspire you for some hope. Don't waste your time, your energy, your money, your spiritual strength, your finances, holding on to things that you need to let go. See, when we open up our hand and we let go of things and people and ideas that no longer suit us, they no longer support us and elevate us, they don't drain, we should not be in relationships with people who drain us, compromise our mental health, make us just feel blah. You deserve better than that. Believe it and act like you know. I will see you guys on the next one. Just know it, just breathe it, and be it, and live your best life. See you guys on the next one. Thank you, Miss Jackie, Realist One, and anybody who is listening in the background. I truly appreciate you. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye.